Thank you for checking back with me. This is Dr. Glenn. I'm answering a question today. I'm thrilled. The question is, how do I prevent someone from editing my theme? I think this particular person really wants to know how they can stop a staff member from having access to the theme editor in the dashboard. But this is great for everyone because it's an essential part of WordPress security. You don't want to provide extra tools to do things to your theme like redirect or something, send your traffic somewhere else. There are a dozen ways to do that. One of the most common ones is if you get access to someone's dashboard, just to sneak right in there and put a little piece of code that takes some or all of their traffic. The really tough ones are the ones where it just takes some traffic, like only people who use Safari web browsers on mobile phones will be sent to some other website. Things like that can be hard to find, and if nobody complains, as a site owner, you may never even notice for many years even that part of your traffic is gone, and that's what they're counting on. So let me show you how to fix that. I'm going to share my screen, as always, so you can see what I see, and we're going to jump right in. So this is a demonstration WordPress. You come in and you see this little dot that says something needs updated. Always take care of that first. All right, so in this case, the theme needs updated, so I'll just check that, click update the theme. It'll just take a second, and as soon as that's done, we will continue. Okay, that's been finished. The update message is gone. So what we're talking about is this theme editor right here. So if you're in your dashboard, you go down to Appearance and you scroll down. This is the theme editor. And what this lets somebody do is actually edit code in the core of your WordPress. So all they have to do is come over here to the theme files, and they can find a specific file, for example, and then they can make edits. And just sneak in here and diddly, and next thing you know, you have a real problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to lock that down so that the staff members for this journal who aren't professional coders don't need access to that. And so we just turn it off. That way, nobody that's in the dashboard has access to it. And if anybody should happen to gain access to the dashboard that doesn't belong there, they won't have access to it either. So what you're going to do is go over here to the WordPress config file. Just a reminder, you go to your hosting control panel, click on File Manager, open your public HTML directory, and it's right there. It's wp-config.php. When you click Edit, you'll get a screen that looks like this, and you're off to the races. So right here, we're going to look at this little bit of code that I just added. Okay. Right now, this code is commented out. That is to say, this line right here doesn't actually do anything because I have this little bit of code right there that says this is just a comment. So I'm going to take that out. And what we're going to have here is a definition that just says disallow file edits. Now this is native to WordPress. This particular command is built into WordPress. It knows what it means. It's not a special code. It's just a code that's not in there by default, but that a security expert would know exists. And so that's the code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and click Save Changes. Now, a couple of things I want to say real quick, just 10 seconds on this. You'll notice that I made comments. Dr. Glenn added this code. This turns off direct theme editing from the dashboard. I highly recommend that you use this format whenever you make any changes to files and you add any of these little directives. That way, anyone who's working behind you will be able to see what's going on, because maybe you're going out of town and you need somebody to go in and make an edit or something. You might have to turn this back on at some point. But typically speaking, this is a good one that you can just leave all the time. Very few people need to edit the core of a WordPress and of a theme. Most of the time, websites don't need to touch that. Sometimes they do. All right, so I'm going to click Save Changes. Now we're going to go back to the theme itself. And I'll just reload the dashboard so you can see. And now when we hover over the appearance, that file editor's gone. It's not available anymore. So that tool, it's not that that tool is something you could call separately. It will not allow that tool to run. And so that one is locked down. Okay, so this is a great little tip. Don't let people edit your themes directly. Unless you have hired somebody that needs to do that, you can turn that off, and you just do it with that little simple command. Then you just drop it right into that WordPress config file. Always remember to keep good backups, okay? And other than that, there's really not any more to it. So I'll just keep this video very short. Thank you for checking in. Take care of yourself and take care of each other.